Namaskaram friends. Have you ever thought why doctors give so much importance to your cholesterol levels? Let me throw some light on this. What happens when your cholesterol level goes up? Your blood will be in hypercoagulative state, which means blood becomes thick. This increases the risk of clot formation. If the clot blocks the blood flow in the heart, it is heart attack. If it happens in the brain, it is stroke. High cholesterol may lead to obesity, which disturbs the insulin's function and causes diabetes. Cholesterol gets deposited in the walls of the arteries, which leads to narrowing of the arteries and causes hypertension. The next question on everybody's mind is how to control my cholesterol levels. What should I do to improve good cholesterol? What should I avoid to control bad cholesterol? There are a few things you could do to keep your cholesterol levels in control. The first one is include 60 minutes of aerobic exercise in your daily routine like walking, jogging, running, swimming, cycling. The second one is reduce fatty food like cheese, butter, ghee, fast food, meat, fried food. The third one is reduce the amount of oil used for cooking. The fourth one is oils that can be used for cooking are rice bran oil, olive oil, cold pressed gingerly oil. Use one oil one day without mixing them. The fifth one is avoid smoking and alcohol. You have heard all this time and again from the doctors. Would you believe me if I said this is just the tip of the iceberg? I hope you will all agree if I say we have forgotten our fundamentals. What you eat is important, but it is just the tip of the iceberg. What is hidden is the most important aspect: how to eat. The hard truth is that what we eat is not properly digested. If only what we eat is digested properly, our metabolism functions effectively and there will be no cholesterol and sugar dysfunction. There are some simple and most effective ways to achieve proper digestion. The first one is posture. The style that our ancestors followed, sitting on floor cross-legged, was actually a style that had many reasons to be followed. It is actually a food eating posture backed by scientific reasons. The first one is when you sit in cross-legged posture, the digestion improves by nearly 30%. Compared to sitting on a chair, the blood supply to the stomach increases when you sit cross-legged. In yoga, this posture is called Sukhasana or half Padmasana. The second reason is sitting in Sukhasana, you will have to bend forward slightly and go backward to starting position to swallow. This constant back and forth movement aids digestion process by activating abdominal muscles that improves the secretion of stomach acids. The third one is sitting in this posture in front of food automatically signals the brain to prepare for digestion. Fourth one is the main reason of overeating is that people do not realize they have taken enough food. Sukhasana gives you a clear idea of how much full you are. The fifth one is the vagus nerve sends signal from stomach to the brain when you are satiated. This nerve performs effectively and transmits signals efficiently when you sit on the floor while eating. The sixth one is during the slight back and forth movement, the upper and lower abdomen muscle stretches out without compressing the stomach. Gradually, this helps to prevent lower back pain. The seventh one is the more your knee is flexed as in Sukhasana, the joint space increases and the friction between the upper and lower bones of the knee gets reduced. This helps in preventing arthritis. The eighth one is sitting in a chair as we normally do makes your glutes become inactive, loose and weak. It also keeps the hip flexors in a short, tight, contracted position for extended amounts of time, which can inhibit full hip extension and lead to the hunched over position. The ninth one is We now know that sitting in a chair while eating is not good for digestion. Standing and eating makes things even worse. The next basic step we have forgotten is do not drink water while eating. Drinking liquids during your meal dilutes your naturally occurring digestive enzymes and stomach acids, which makes it harder to break down food. Water is excreted faster than solids, so when you drink water during the meal, it dissipates the stomach acids and causes insulin level fluctuation. This puts you on a high risk of diabetes. If you close your mouth and chew your food properly, then the salivary secretion increases naturally. So there will be no need to drink water during the meal. Ideally, you should not drink water half an hour before and after your meals, and also during the meals. Only when it is really needed, you can take a very small sip of plain warm water to moisten your throat. Next, we will explore third step, chewing. Once you swallow your food, the stomach, intestine and other digestive organs take care of the digestion. There is nothing for you to do. However, there is a phase known as digestion in the mouth, where you use the teeth to grind the food. This is known as chewing, which most of us have forgotten. So how to chew your food properly? Once you place the food inside the mouth, close your lips and chew your food thoroughly till the food is grinded to a fine paste. When you chew your food properly, the saliva mixes with the food and enters the stomach, which makes digestion easy. Whereas when you do not chew your food properly, the food doesn't mix well with the sufficient saliva, it becomes poisonous. The fourth and most important step is don't talk while you are eating. As we saw earlier, water is the enemy for digestion of food in the stomach. Likewise, air is the enemy for digestion in the mouth. That is the reason why your grandmother told you not to talk while you are eating. The science behind it is when you talk while you are eating, air enters the mouth and salivary secretions is reduced. This will lead to improper digestion in the mouth and then the stomach. Fifth step is mindful eating. Digestion begins in the brain even before you start eating. This is called cephalic phase of digestion. In modern days, most of us do not spend enough time to eat. We just gobble down the food without paying attention. In the human body, there is something called autonomic nervous system. There are two classifications in this. They are sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Out of these two, the parasympathetic nervous system is meant for resting and digestion. This parasympathetic nervous system is not functioning as it should due to lack of attention on food. So this cephalic phase of digestion never happens adequately. Mindful eating is all about focusing on food while eating, like see, smell and think about what is in your plate. Many of us have the habit of watching TV or reading book, newspaper or talking over the phone while eating. This is not just bad manners but also affects your digestion and your overall health. So mindful eating is a great way to boost your digestive power. The sixth step is eat only when you are hungry. Only when you are hungry, the digestive system is ready to take in food for digestion. When you are not hungry and you still eat, then the digestion doesn't happen properly. By following this one simple step, 90% of your digestion will be taken care of. There are two ways to implement this. The first one is eating only when you are hungry. Actually, we are rooted to the concept of eating 3 meals a day, which may not be ideal for everyone. Some people might need only 2 meals a day, whereas some other people might need to eat 4 meals a day. People who lead sedentary lifestyle needs no more than 2 meals a day. For a person who needs just 2 meals a day, the ideal time to eat is at 10 am in the morning and 7 pm if feasible. Oh yes, I can hear your mind voice. What doctor? How can we follow this here? We have a solution for you. You can train your body in such a way that you get hungry only during your office lunchtime. How is it? For example, if you think you are forced to eat your lunch without being hungry, consider taking fruits and porridge or kanji like oats, kambu, ragi or multigrain instead of idli and dosa in the morning. So please ensure if you are really hungry whenever you place your hands on the food. The seventh step is Arusuve Vanavu. 6 tastes. Most of you might have heard about Arusuve Vanavu. The 6 tastes of food: sweet, sour, salt, pungent, astringent and bitter. The science behind this is each taste helps in functioning of certain vital organs in our body. Therefore, including all the 6 tastes in everyday meal is very important. Now we shall look at which taste is needed for the better functioning of certain organs. You will be surprised to see that the related organs are of same shape. First, your favorite taste. Sweet for pancreas and lips. Sour for liver, bile duct and eyes. Salt for kidney and ears. Pungent for nose, lungs, large intestine and skin. Bitter and astringent for heart, pericardium, small intestine and triple vomit, that is nothing but temperature control center. We usually avoid bitter and astringent taste. Consider eating neem leaves made into balls of 2.5 cm diameter to include bitter taste and many other health benefits as well. To include astringent taste, you can take sprouts, green apple and pomegranate. The 8th step is something all of you will be happy to follow. Start your meal with a sweet. Sweet doesn't mean sugar. Natural sweet food like dates and fruits such as papaya. The science behind this is sweet taste will stimulate the digestive enzymes and prepares the stomach for digestion. The 9th one is again an age-old habit that has been lost, is to pray before you eat. This is something beyond religions. Prayer is not always about asking for something. It can also be an expression to show your gratitude. Once you sit in front of the food, you can silently express your gratitude for few seconds towards the hands involved in the whole process. For example, for the rice to come to your plate, it was first a seed sown into the field, nurtured, harvested, transported, cleaned, cooked and served by many unknown hands. At the same time you are eating, there are many who have missed their meal, right? You can consider yourself privileged and be grateful. According to modern science, we know water has memory. Don't you think it applies to the food on your plate as well? The 10th step is fasting. If you think fasting is only for women, saints or politicians, then you are completely wrong. Let us get to the science behind the fasting. Medical science has performed various research to find out the benefits of fasting. Let us look at it one by one. It has been proven that fasting increases brain awareness. It also increases insulin response, which helps prevent diabetes. Fasting decreases blood cholesterol. This is very important. Fasting is considered a very good method to detoxify the body. The vital force gained from fasting helps excrete inorganic chemicals which doesn't come out otherwise. Deadly poisons are flushed out very easily when you fast. A very good tool to purify your body and restore your well-being. If you want to know when and how to fast, then there are science-based answers. During the full moon and no moon days, the atmospheric pressure on the planet Earth is very high. Just 3 days before these days, the atmospheric pressure is bare minimum. On this day, nature provides maximum support for fasting. Our hunger levels also will be naturally diminished. A very simple way to identify these days, all you have to do is look at your calendar for days marked as Ekadasi. You know, Eka means 1, Dasa means 10. So Ekadasi is the 11th day of full moon or no moon days. There will be 2 Ekadasi days per month. You can fast on both these days for optimum health benefits. As per our tradition on Ekadasi, we eat only dinner and the food should be easily digestible. The 11th step is not new to you. We have already seen the benefits of using Indian toilet when compared to the Western toilet. This also contributes greatly to improve digestion. For those who have missed out, here we have a small video.